And good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is time for Bronco baseball on a beautiful Wednesday night here at McDonald's Stadium in El Dorado. Kurt Caden with you. Good to have you tuned in, watching, and listening on YouTube as the El Dorado Broncos get ready to take on the Haysville Aviators. Broncos coming off a tough weekend trip in Liberal where one game got postponed, so the Broncos had to play a doubleheader on Sunday, a couple of 7-inning games, and El Dorado lost both those, lost on Saturday as well, so El Dorado reeling a bit as they come into town. Haysville has the exact same record as El Dorado coming in. In fact, three teams at the bottom of the standings right now, Great Bend, Haysville, and El Dorado, all 3-7 coming into play here tonight. Take a look at tonight's starting lineups. The batting order for the visiting Aviators looks like this. Shea Gutierrez will lead off. Nate Stoles bats second. Carter Cross third. Darian Williams fourth. Byron Smith will bat fifth. And Trevor Oman will bat sixth. Campbell Quirk seventh. Jake Passo eighth. And Jack Cusinata will bat ninth for Haysville. For El Dorado in the field today. Out in the outfield, from left to right, Pete Carvalho is in left field, Connor Allen in center, and Austin Toth is in right field. Tanner Sheets is at third base. Our first look of the season at Caleb Littlejim. He's at shortstop. Jordan Anstandig at second, and Daniel DeSimone is at first base. Brady Sargent behind the dish for El Dorado tonight, and pitching for El Dorado is Avery Reedmiller. The last time we saw Reedmiller here, he was really good in a 3-2 loss against Dodge City. But Reedmiller was pounding the zone all night long. Avery Reedmiller, 6'2", 175. He's out of Newman University in Wichita. He comes into play tonight with a 3.38 ERA. He has a record of 1-1 coming into play here. 8 innings pitched for Reedmiller. He's given up 8 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. So leading off here for Haysville. So I get my papers all set here. Shea Gutierrez. And we're ready for baseball here in El Dorado. First pitch right in there for a strike. Our first pitch temperature is 86 degrees. Feels like 88, but certainly a much cooler day today. The sun has finally broken through as Gutierrez bounces one foul. Winds out of the west-northwest, just 6 miles an hour. The humidity at a very comfortable 47%. Cloud cover much of the day here in south central Kansas. So an 0-2 pitch to Gutierrez is on the way, and a swing and a miss. So 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for Gutierrez. So 1 away, and Nate Stoltz will stand in for Haysville. And the first pitch out of the zone, ball 1. Reedmiller works quickly, right-hander delivers, and this one in there for strike 1. Not a long trip for Haysville here to El Dorado. And the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch is whacked out into left field. Drifting back is Carvalho on the track, and he makes the catch. Off the bat, that looked pretty good for Stoltz, but it came up short. So 2 away. Center fielder Carter Cross stands in. Carter Cross out of the University of Nebraska. 2 away for Haysville here in the top of the first inning. And the first pitch from Reed Miller is fouled out of play. And it's a busy parking lot night tonight as youth baseball going on just over the right field wall. A lot of cars, a lot of activity going on here in El Dorado on this June 20th. No balls and a strike. And the pitch, and weakly tapped foul. It'll be 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Sargent will throw down to first to record the strikeout as Cross thought he foul tipped it. The umpire says no, he didn't. So 3 up and 3 down for Reed Miller in the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Haysville 0, El Dorado to bat. Nice to have you tuned in. You're watching and listening to Bronco Baseball on YouTube. And welcome back. Let's take a look at the lineup tonight. The batting lineup for El Dorado looks like this. Austin Toth will lead off. Jordan Anstandig bats second. Jarrett Coyne third. Tanner Sheets is batting fourth. Brady Sargent fifth. As the starting pitcher for Haysville just took a tumble on the mound as he was warming up. Catcher running out there to make sure. It looked like he may have just rolled an ankle or something there. That is something you don't see very often. Hopefully he's all right. That's Jason Salva out there for Haysville. Continuing with the order for El Dorado, Brady Sargent batting fifth, Daniel DeSimone sixth, Connor Allen will bat seventh, Pete Carvala eighth, and Caleb Littlejim will bat ninth. For the Aviators out in the field, out in left field is Darian Williams. Carter Cross is in center field, and Campbell Quirk in right field. The third baseman, I hope I'm saying his name right, is Trevor Omahan. Shea Gutierrez is at short. Jack Kusanoda is at second. And Jack Passo is at first. Catching tonight is Nate Stoles. And pitching, Jason Salva. Email is open and ready for you to drop me a line. Our email address, cadenbroadcasting@gmail.com. CADEN, Caden Broadcasting. Leading off for El Dorado is the right fielder, Austin Toth. Right-handed batter against the lefty, Jason Salva. And the first pitch to Toth is hit hard out into center field. Cross has a beat on it, and he's got it for the first out. First pitch swinging for Toth. By the way, Reed Miller in that first inning, 9 pitches, 1 ball, 8 strikes. So Reed Miller doing what we've seen him do here in his prior 2 starts. Here's Jordan Anstandig coming in. Jordan hitting .205 on the season, swinging a foul ball. 39 at bats for Anstandig, 8 hits, 1 double. 15 strikeouts is tied for the team lead. Jordan out of Alma College and fists this one foul into the El Dorado bullpen, and he's down 0-2. Cloudy morning has given way to a mostly sunny sky here in El Dorado tonight. Curveball is tapped right back to Salva, and he's got an easy throw over to first to retire and stand dig. So 2 away, and here comes the designated hitter, Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett Coyne, 5'10", 175, hometown of Sterling, Michigan. Goes to Alma College as well. He's an Alma Scott, hitting .238 on the season. And Jarrett has the second most at-bats. He and Tanner Sheets leading the way in at-bats this season. And the first pitch to Coyne goes through the wickets of the catcher Stoles and to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Coyne with 10 hits and 42 at-bats. He's scored 3 and driven in 3. 5 walks, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Coyne lines one to left field, a base hit. He'll take the turn, take a look, and he'll hold up at first base. A sharp 2-out single for Jarrett Coyne. And that'll bring up Tanner Sheets. Tanner Sheets on the season hitting .295. 44 at-bats. He's the leading at-bat guy for the Broncos. 13 hits. That leads El Dorado. 10 runs, 7 RBI, and he's hit 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 long balls. And he looks at the first offering from Salva, a little bit outside, ball 1. Coyne down at first with 2 away, bottom of the first inning, no score. And the pitch, and out in front of that curveball was Sheets for strike 1. And I appreciate the information from Paul Zenzel. Paul, let me know if that sounds a little bit better there. I did as you said. And hopefully that sounds a little bit better. I can do more if needed as Sheets looks at strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coyne over at first. Salva comes home, and Sheets spoils that one as he able to flip that into foul territory and stay alive. Donna Hershey, grandma and grandpa on board from Waterford, Michigan. Cheering on the Alma Scots that are here, and along with the Broncos, of course. Thank you, Donna, for the email. First email tonight came from Len Carvalho. Lauren Len tuning in from Canton, Michigan. Coyne on the move, and he's safe. Stolen base for Jarrett Coyne. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And let's see, that looks like my main mix button was way too high. So hopefully that might have corrected the problem. As I noticed I was clipping on the sound here. Full count to Tanner Sheets. And the pitch, and Sheets fouls it off. So another full count here to Tanner Sheets. And Coyne's on the move. Sheets with a swing and a miss. And that will end the inning. For the Broncos, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. 1 inning complete from McDonald Stadium. El Dorado 0, Haysville 0. More in a moment. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. Top of the second inning, no score. Here from El Dorado, Avery Reedmiller's first pitch is a swinging strike to Darian Williams. Williams, Smith, and O'Mahan. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thank you, Paul Zenzel, for the information. Here's the 1-1, fouled off the glove of Sargent, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Darian Williams. And Reedmiller goes with a curveball. Well out in front of that one was Williams, but he was able to foul it off. Williams coming into play tonight, batting 176. Just 17 at bats, 3 hits. He has driven in 5. And he has struck out 5 times this year. Here's the 1-2, and able to just poke this one out towards second. And Standig drifts back and makes the catch. And 1 away for Haysville. Here comes Byron Smith. Byron Smith out of Point Loma Nazarene. And on the season, a .269 hitter. First pitch is swinging over the top of that curveball is Smith for strike 1. He's DHing here tonight. Haysville and El Dorado, both 3-7 in Jayhawk League play. Here's the 0-1 and another curve of beauty by Reedmiller, and it's 0-2. So Reedmiller way out in front of Smith here in the top of the second inning with 1 away. The pitch and a swing and a miss. Sargent will tag him to finish the strikeout. And Haysville not getting very good cuts this second inning against Avery Reedmiller. Here's Trevor O'Mahan, the third baseman, out of the University of San Diego in the West Coast Conference. O'Mahan batting 143 on the season, and he looks at strike 1. 28 at bats, 4 hits for O'Mahan, 12 strikeouts. No balls and a strike. 2 away for Haysville. Reedmiller working quickly. The pitch, fastball in there, and a swinging strike. It's 0-2. 0-2 coming from Reedmiller, and that one's high and away, 1-2. Always good to have Daniel Nelson and Gabe Littlejim up here in the press box tonight, working the music, the scoreboard. Daniel, don't call me Dennis Nelson. We got a Texan and an Oklahoman, right? Yeah. 1-2 or a 2-2. That one bounces in, and we've gone to a full count, 3-2. But you got to appreciate Gabe Littlejim out of Oklahoma goes to Kansas State. God bless him. Foul ball. It remains 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes to Trevor O'Mahan. And the pitch from Reedmiller, and that one's low for ball 4. A rare walk by Avery Reedmiller. That'll open it up for Campbell Quirk. Campbell Quirk goes to Monmouth College. Reedmiller dealing with the lefty here with 2 away and a bouncer out to short. Littlejim's got it. He's going to go the long way and throw him out. Caleb Littlejim wanted to show off that arm a little bit. No runs, no hits. There was a walk, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the second. No score from El Dorado. Brady Sargent will lead it off for El Dorado here in the bottom of the second inning. Great to have you tuned in. A lot of folks watching and listening already on YouTube. Don't forget, every home game can be viewed here on YouTube. Try to get the link on Twitter and on the Facebook page as soon as I get it posted. Here's the first pitch from Salva to Sargent, a little bit outside, ball one. Salva winds and deals, and that's out of the zone. Just looking at Jason Salva, this is his second start of the season. His first one did not go swimmingly. 3 1/3 innings of work. He gave up 6 hits and 6 earned runs. He had 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, though. The 2-0 to Sargent, taking all the way, and it's strike one. Brady Sargent, the leading hitter by average for the El Dorado Broncos. 296, 27 at-bats, 8 hits, 3 doubles, and 2 homers for Brady. And the 2-1 just across the knees, 2-2. So a good job by Salva to work back into the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brady Sargent from St. George, Utah, goes to Utah Valley State, 6'3", 230. So the pitch from Salva on the way, and Sargent able to foul that one off. Jason Salva goes to St. Thomas Aquinas College. I wonder if that's the St. Thomas Aquinas up in Minnesota. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sargent. Salva, the lefty, deals. Curveball stayed upstairs, 3-2. Sargent, DeSimone, and Allen coming up this inning for El Dorado. And the 3-2. Sargent pokes this one out into right center field, and that's down. It'll roll to the wall. Sargent takes a peek at the third base coach. He's getting wound to third. Sargent on his way, and a sliding triple for Brady Sargent. The center fielder Cross gambled with the dive. He very nearly had it. And just goes to show out, just a game of inches. And Brady Sargent with a leadoff triple for El Dorado here in the second inning. So that'll bring up Daniel DeSimone. Gotta like that. First triple of the year for Sargent. So now 3 doubles, 2 homers, and a triple. DeSimone looks at ball one. Daniel, 6'4", 228 from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Goes to Cowley College down in Arkansas City. The 1-0, and that one just a little bit in, 2-0. Salva wanted that one. So a 2-0 pitch to DeSimone, and had a good cut, but he fouled it back. So 2 balls and a strike. Brady Sargent down at third base for El Dorado. No score, bottom of the second, and missing a little high and in there for Salva, 3-1. So a good hitters count here for DeSimone. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch bounced up the middle. Salva's got it. Sargent drifted too far off. Here's the throw over to third, and running him down is Omahen. Good play by Salva. So a fielder's choice for DeSimone. And Sargent's cut down 1-5. Salva did a good job, too, running at Sargent, forcing him one way or the other. Brady tried to retreat back to third, and he was easy picking. So Now it's Connor Allen up there for El Dorado. Out of Cisco. From Plano, Texas. What's the nickname of Cisco College? The Cisco... Huh? The... First pitch to Allen, and he hits it fair down the third base line. What a pick over there by O'Mahin, but his throw took the second baseman off the base. Yeah, that'll be a hit for Connor Allen. Nice play by O'Mahin, as he probably slid out of your screen on the picture there from his knee. Had to try to throw it back to second, and his throw took Cusinata just off the base, just barely, but it did. And so the Broncos with runners at first and second with one out, and here's Len Carvalho's boy, Pete Carvalho. Lefty on lefty, and he looked to square, and it's going to be strike one. Pete Carvalho from Canton, Michigan, 6', 175. One of the many Alma Scotts on our team this year. Carvalho hitting 226. This one's rolled to second. Cusinata over to second for one, to first in time. A double play. So Haysville wiggles out of some trouble. A leadoff triple and runners at first and second and one out. No damage done. In the inning, no runs on 2 hits, no errors. One left. We'll head to the third inning. El Dorado and Haysville scoreless. You're watching and listening to Bronco Baseball here on YouTube. So, time for the top of the third inning. No score between Haysville and El Dorado. Jack Passo will lead it off for the Aviators. And first pitch swinging. This one's nubbed towards first, and DeSimone wanted to glove that one before it spun foul, and he was unable to do so. So it's strike one on Passo. Jake Passow from Milwaukee Area Technical College. And the 0-1 again spun foul down the first base side. And it's 0-2. Passo hitting 273. Just 11 at bats. He's got 3 hits. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. This one's hit to Anstandig on a couple of hops. He's got it over to DeSimone for the first out. So 1 away. And that'll bring up Jack Cusinata. Cusinata standing in. And first pitch to him is a little bit outside. Ball one. Jack goes to LaSalle University out in Pennsylvania. He's hitting 182. And this one's skied in the air. And who's going to take over? The center fielder, Connor Allen, will make the catch for the second out. And that'll turn the order over to Shea Gutierrez. Shea Gutierrez really off to a good start this season. He's hitting .405. Gutierrez from the University of Incarnate Word. 42 at-bats, 17 hits. 4 of those 17 hits have been 2-baggers. And check swing and just landed in for a strike. Gutierrez, a strikeout victim his first time. No balls and a strike. No score here in the top of the third inning. And the pitch. And Gutierrez didn't have a good cut at that one. Fouled it off 0-2. We've seen that a lot here in the first time through the order for the Aviators. Just not quite seeing it very well off of Reed Miller right now. He's really kept him off balance. No balls and 2 strikes. Set up on the outside. The pitch is out there, and Gutierrez is able to spoil it and hit it up the middle for a base hit. Gutierrez. Well, he's a .405 hitter. You can see why. So with 2 away, here comes Nate Stoltz. Stoltz, this is just, it looks like, at least the stats I'm looking at, his second game. 2 for 5 on the season. Now 2 for 6. He flew out to left field his first time. Hit it well. Hit it to the track, but it was run down by Carvalho. And he hits this one in the hole between third and short. That's a base hit. So 2 2-out singles for Haysville. So Carter Cross will stand in. Carter Cross, the center fielder, a strikeout victim his first time. Cross in 33 at-bats so far this year. 8 hits, a .242 average. 7 runs driven in out of those 8 hits. First pitch from Reed Miller, and that one caught the inner third for strike 1. Appreciate the emails coming in. Feel free to drop me a line. It's cadenbroadcasting@gmail.com if you're an Aviators fan. Would love to hear from you. Always fun to hear from the visiting folks. Always nice to hear from our Broncos fan base. No balls and a strike. And Reed Miller. This one's low, 1-1. And hello to Barbara DeSimone watching from Broken Arrow. Glad to have Daniel here, Barbara. Good presence over at first base. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch from Reed Miller, and that one's popped out into left center field. Carvalho and Allen back there. Allen takes charge and has the catch for the third out. So no runs on 2 hits. There was no errors and 2 left. We've played 2.5. El Dorado 0, Haysville 0. More in a moment here on YouTube. And welcome back here to El Dorado. No score, bottom of the third inning. Great to have so many of you watching and listening tonight to see the first at bat of Caleb Littlejim. And the first pitch he sees, he looks at strike one. Now, why does Caleb Littlejim's home run or hometown say Norman, Oklahoma, but Gabe's says Little Axe, Oklahoma? Is their house that big that one guy's in Norman and the other's in Little Axe? One ball, no balls and two strikes to Littlejim, and he held up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kansas State product, Caleb Littlejim. Right-handed batter, 6'3", 180. Jason Salva coming home with the 1-2, and that one's outside, 2-2. Littlejim, Toth, and Anstandig, the scheduled 3 for El Dorado here in the bottom of the third inning. And the 2-2 curveball, and Littlejim spoiled that one, fouled it off. Wind was only at about 6 miles an hour when we started. Now the American flag just kind of limp out there above the McDonald Stadium scoreboard. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch is low, ball 3. Take a look at the Haysville defense. Pretty much straight away, it's interesting looking at Omahan at third base, really guarding that line. And the shortstop Gutierrez plays a little more in the hole as well. Here's the 3-2, and Littlejim, who fell to behind 0-2, works a walk. So a good at bat for Caleb Littlejim. That'll turn it over to Austin Toth. Austin Toth 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to center field his first time. Toth hitting .231 on the season. But he has a .444 on-base percentage. Littlejim gets looked up at first. He's back in safely. Salva, left-handed thrower, and the pitch. Curveball, that's in there, a beauty, 0-1. So no balls and a strike here to Toth, and the pitch, that's outside, 1-1. And the 1-1, and that one shot out into right field. That will drop in front of Quirk. Again, the right fielder, tough, kind of looking into the sun. That would have been a real gamble if he went for a dive there. So he played it safe, took it on the hop, and the Broncos have runners at first and second. Littlejim at second, Toth at first, and here's Jordan Anstandig. Broncos as a team hitting just .240 on the season. And looking at their averages and Haysville averages, I mean, you can see why they're 3-7 right now. Just haven't gotten everyone hot at the same time. Anstandig squares to bunt, and now throw back to second. It hits Littlejim, and it ricochets into the outfield. So without the bunt, the job is done. That'll be an error on the catcher, allowing Toth to move down to second and Littlejim to third. Anstandig called for a strike there, so no balls and 1 strike, and the Broncos, for the second inning in a row, have a runner at third base with nobody out. Brady Sargent led off the second inning with a triple, but then on a comebacker hit by DeSimone was thrown out in the rundown. Salva able to hit the corner for 0-2 here on Anstandig. No balls, 2 strikes. Haysville plays back. They'll take an out and give up a run if they can. Corner's in a little bit, but the middle infielders look like if it's hit to them, they will probably go to first. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just 1 RBI in the season for Anstandig. He's got a chance here for a couple. And the 1-2 inside fastball, 2-2. Leading RBI guy for El Dorado so far this year is John Sorensen. Not in the lineup tonight. He's got 10 RBIs on the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Anstandig. Jarrett Coyne waits on deck. And the 2-2. Anstandig lines it to short. Gutierrez has it for the out. So here's Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett Coyne had a sharp single into left field his first time up. He's 1 for 1. The Aviators are back here next Wednesday. El Dorado goes to Haysville next Tuesday. No, check that, next Monday. I'll give a look at the schedule here in a moment. Let's focus on Jarrett Coyne here. No score, bottom of the 3rd inning, 0-0 game. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for El Dorado with 1 away. And the pitch to Coyne. That one got the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch, a little bit outside, 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike here to Coyne. Two-one pitch. Coyne bounces it up the middle. That'll score 1. Gutierrez with a great glove play. Coyne beat the throw to first. And that'll be an infield single for Jarrett Coyne. Great effort by Shea Gutierrez. But just getting in there is Jarrett Coyne. And the Broncos take a 1-0 lead. Here's Tanner Sheets. Runners at 1st and 3rd. Jarrett Coyne did steal a base in that 1st inning. And a throw over to first. Coyne is back. Toby Reuter is not here tonight. Oh, a balk is called. And Salva argues his case. Coyne goes down to 2nd. Austin Toth scores. And that's an earned run for Salva. Umpire giving the Haysville manager the explanation. So the Broncos get a gift there, and it's 2-0. Tanner Sheets struck out his first time, 0 for 1. Down at 2nd is Jarrett Coyne. Coyne got a running start. Sheets doesn't swing. Coyne had it swiped easily. So Jarrett Coyne with a couple of stolen bases tonight. To my very reliable Gary numbers here, he'd only tried 1 stolen base all season. He's got 2 tonight. 3 for 3 on the season is Jarrett Coyne. So 1 ball and no strikes to Tanner Sheets. Coyne at 3rd with 1 away. And Sheets puts a charge into one, but that one actually didn't get it all the way clean. A catch out in left field, and now a tag by Coyne. The throw home, and Coyne able to slide in there. A sac fly for Sheets. He gets an RBI. Jarrett Coyne scores, and the Broncos lead 3-0. Bases are empty with 2 away, and here's Brady Sargent. Williams made the catch in left field. His throw bounced on the turf, and it just bounced too high for the catcher Stoles to bring it back down and even make a close play on it. Sargent tripled to right center field his first time. Looks at strike one. No balls and a strike. And that pitch outside, 1-1. So El Dorado, home here tonight with Haysville. They're at Derby tomorrow. That's a short trip. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sargent. Curveball just missed, 2-1. And then a home weekend series with Great Bend. All 3 games, 7 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll have all 3 of them here for you on YouTube. Great Bend at El Dorado this weekend. 2-1 pitch, high, 3-1. Then on Monday, El Dorado will go to Haysville. Take Tuesday off. Haysville comes here Wednesday, and then the Broncos go to Haysville on Thursday. Sargent got under that one, fouls it straight back and out of play. Might land on top of us. Got inside the netting, but not outside the stadium. Fell down below. So the Broncos with 2 trips to Haysville. Again, that's not a far trip either for El Dorado next week on Monday and Thursday. And I believe the Aviators continue to, they have YouTube broadcasts as well. They have an interesting vantage point. It's down the third base line. Their camera's kind of behind the third base coach, probably at the, even with the end of the infield dirt. And they always do a good job. So if you want to watch the Broncos next Monday and next Thursday, you can do so. Just check out the Haysville Aviators on YouTube when you get some time. 2-2 to Sargent, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. Profitable inning for El Dorado. It started with a leadoff walk, 3-run score for the Broncos, and we go to the 4th inning. El Dorado 3, Haysville 0. Top of inning number 4, and Darian Williams leads it off here for the Aviators. He popped out to Anstandig back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1, but he's looking at a 1-ball, 1-strike count here from Avery Reedmiller. Reedmiller threw 3 innings, 38 pitches, 30 strikes. Williams a swing and a miss. 8 balls thrown by Reedmiller through 3 innings, and you figure one of those, one batter he walked, so that's 4 balls there. So to the other 11 hitters, he's only thrown 4 balls. Now 5, 1 and 2. And the pitch, and Williams just able to tap that one foul. Reedmiller with 3 strikeouts so far. Was cruising through the third until Gutierrez and Stoles got 2-out singles. Cross hit one hard, but flew out to Allen out in center field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-0 El Dorado here in the top of the 4th. And the pitch, Williams, a short tapper. Sheets coming in. Going to be close over at first, but they got him. No, they called him safe. Infield single for Williams. My angle looked like they had him, but the umpire's right there and safe over at first. So that'll bring up Byron Smith. Smith struck out his first time. 3 of the last 4 batters now for the Aviators have reached with singles. Might be figuring out the puzzle that is Avery Reedmiller. And the pitch. This one's shot out into center field. A base hit. 2 hops out to Allen. So Haysville with something cooking here in the top of the 4th inning. And that's 4 out of 5 now for Haysville. So the first 9 batters, nothing doing. But now 4 of 5 with singles. Trevor O'Mahan stands in for Haysville. O'Mahan, just a 143 hitter. Wouldn't be surprised to see him square here. The corners are in for El Dorado. And he does square and bunts it foul. Well, I don't know what it is. So many times watching games here with Gary, when you watch kids square in an obvious just sacrifice position, they always appear like they're still trying to bunt for a hit. And right there, O'Mahan looked like he was trying to drag that down third and try to beat one out. No balls and a strike. And the pitch is in the turf. Some Sargent able to swallow that one up. 1 ball and 1 strike. The lost art of old school baseball, just sacrificing. Managers nowadays don't like to give up outs either, though. Here's a ball and a strike. Curveball tapped foul down the third base side. So a ball and 2 strikes. Reedmiller would love something in the infield or even a strikeout. O'Mahan walked his first time. Breeze picks up a little bit. Here's the 1-2, and that one's hit out to short. Little Jim over to second for 1, to first. Double play. Close play again at first. Tell you what, these are 50-50 calls. We don't have replay. They could go either way. And a 6-4-3 double play turned by El Dorado. Moving to third is Williams. But now 2 away, and Campbell Quirk stands in. He grounded out to short his first time. Quirk, a 200 hitter. And the first pitch from Reedmiller just missed, 1-0. 3-0 Broncos, top of inning number 4. And outside 2-0. With Sheets playing way back almost on the grass, the outfield grass. Darian Williams is about 30 or 40% of the way down the line on each pitch. No worry, really, of getting picked off. Riedmiller not worried about him, worried about Quirk. 2-0. Curveball, that one's in there. 4-1. 2 balls and a strike. Two away for Haysville here in the fourth. That one's way outside. 3-1. Jake Passo waits on deck for the Aviators. And the pitch from Riedmiller, that one's in there for strike 2. Quirk was ready to go down to first. And it's 3-2. Full count here to Quirk. Quirk with 10 at-bats coming into play, 6 strikeouts. And the 3-2, and that one went upstairs. So a 2-out walk. And Jake Passo will get a chance. He grounded out to Anstandig over at second base his first time. He's 0 for 1. Milwaukee Area Technical College. Lance Sponsberg is the manager for Haysville, and Mike Thompson, the assistant coach. Here's a pitch and a swing and a miss. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And a foul tip, 0-2. So Riedmiller after the walk, bouncing back here against Passo, and it's 0-2. Again, I mentioned Toby Reuter is, I wonder if he's watching here tonight. Grant Bachura is managing the team tonight. For El Dorado, the 0-2 is hit towards Sheets at third. He's got the running start at it, fires to first, and that will retire Passo. And no damage done to El Dorado after a good start for Haysville. Back-to-back angles, but a 6-4-3 double play really hurt. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. El Dorado 3, Haysville 0. Daniel DeSimone will lead it off for the Broncos. And Mom Barbara watching in here as Daniel with a second at bat, hitting to a fielder's choice his first time. And a bouncer up the middle, ranging over is Kusinota. He's got it, but DeSimone will beat it out. An infield single for Daniel DeSimone. Hope I'm saying that right too, Barbara. And a leadoff single for El Dorado as clouds have covered up the sun. Makes it a little easier to read the scoreboard. 3-6-0 for El Dorado. 0-4-1 so far for Haysville. Here's Connor Allen. Connor Allen, slow start to the season, but picked it up last time we saw him. 182 hitter. Throw over to first. DeSimone back in there. Allen with a couple of home runs. 6 hits, 2 homers. And the pitch to Allen. That's in there for strike one. Connor Allen out of Cisco. Hometown of Plano, Texas. 6'1", 200 pounds. Again, our email address, cadenbroadcasting@gmail.com. Allen hits this one foul. And it's 1-2. And I thought Michelle Coyne would be there. There she is. She's watching and listening. Her son Jarrett is just 2 for 2 tonight. 2 stolen bases, a run scored, an RBI. Not too bad here tonight so far for Jarrett. There's the 1-2. No, we'll throw it to first. Thanks for the email, Michelle. Always good to hear from you. Amy Russell cheering on the Broncos from Petoskey, Michigan. Allen, that slider kind of bore down on his hands. He's able to whistle it into the Bronco bullpen foul. Always like game broadcasts. We get a lot of folks from Michigan. Of course, a lot of Alma Scots on the team, so a lot of Michigan folk watching and listening. Always fun. 3-0 El Dorado here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2 pitch to Allen, and a swing and a miss. Good challenge fastball there by Salva. And Pete Carvalho will stand in. Pete, Alma College, he's a Scot. Pete Carvalho, Jordan Anstandig, Jarrett Coyne, Dylan Zenzel, all Alma Scots. DeSimone at first, and the first pitch in there for strike one to Carvalho. Pete hit into a 4-6-3 double play his first time. Quick throw over, DeSimone back in safely. And the pitch, curveball, stayed upstairs, 1-1. The Hayes Larks leading our league at 6-2. Liberal is 9-4. They've played 5 more games than Hayes. Just there's been rainouts and whatnot. Liberal's 9-4. Again, a 3-game sweep over El Dorado in Liberal this weekend. Derby is 8-4. Dodge City 4-5. There's a chopper into right field. A base hit for Carvalho. DeSimone was thinking about first to third there, but coming in quickly was Quirk, and so it's a single and runners at first and second for El Dorado. And here's Caleb Littlejim. Great Bend, Haysville, and El Dorado, all 3-7. Still in the race for sure. But with El Dorado, they have the 1 game with Derby tomorrow, but you figure 7 of their next 8 games are against either Great Bend or Haysville. So if you're a Bronco fan, if you're going to make some waves in our league, this is the time to do it. 7 of the next 8 games playing against teams with the same record. Littlejim looks at one bouncing in the turf, 1-0. "3-0 Broncos, bottom of the 4th. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th, and runners at first and second. DeSimone with an infield single. Carvalho bounced one into right field for a single. And a swing and a miss. Good cut by Caleb Littlejim. One ball and 1 strike. And Little Jim shoots this one into right field, a base hit. DeSimone around third, and he will hold up there. And the bases are loaded for El Dorado. Austin Toth singled and scored his last time. He's 1 for 2. DeSimone at third, Carvala at second, Little Jim at first. Corners in for Haysville. And the pitch, and that one hit him. Hit him on the left leg. Toth with a hard-earned RBI there. DeSimone strolls in to score. Carvala down to third, and Little Jim down to second. 4-0 Broncos. And Jordan Anstandig stands in. Lefty on lefty. Anstandig is 0 for 2 here tonight and looks at strike one. Bullpen quiet right now for Haysville. The 0-1. That one bounces in. Nice stop there by Stoles. 1-1. El Dorado and Great Bend here all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All the games starting at 7 o'clock, all of them right here on YouTube. Pitch from Salva. And that one's outside. 2-1 to Jordan Anstandig. Looks like anything on the corners, Haysville will probably come home for the out. If it's hit middle infield, they'll try to roll it through the middle. Try to get out of the inning. 2 balls and a strike to Anstandig. Jarrett Coyne waits on deck. And the pitch, and that's way high. 3-1. And Salva looked a little frustrated there. So Jordan Anstandig in a pretty good position here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Jordan stands 5'7", 160 out of West Bloomfield, Michigan. 3-1 pitch, and that's high, ball 4. So a hit by pitch scored a run. Now a walk scores a run. Toth down to second, Little Jim to third, and Carvala comes in for the score. So Jarrett Coyne, who's 2 for 2 tonight. Mom Michelle watching. Not a surprise. Did Jarrett Coyne pick that walk-up music? That's pretty good. So the infield met with Salva. They broke that huddle. Now the manager will come out and have a visit. They're just starting to grease up down in the Haysville bullpen. Trying to get the number. It looks like maybe Kyle John is warming up down in the bullpen for Haysville. 5-0 Broncos. 3 in the third. 2 have already scored here in the fourth. And Jarrett Coyne, 2 for 2 tonight. 2 stolen bases, an RBI, a run scored. And the pitch, Coyne, first pitch swinging. That one fouled off his foot. It rolled out to the pitcher's mound, but it first hit Jarrett's toe. Jarrett DHing here tonight. In our year plus of seeing Jarrett Coyne, we've seen him play almost everywhere. Left field, center field. Seen him play third base, second base, catcher, pitcher. Those are just the home games that I've seen. Here's the 0-1 to Coyne. Curveball stayed upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tanner Sheets would be next for El Dorado. Coyne gets the back foot there on the right back of the batter's box. Here's the 1-1, and he fouled it off. Salva would love a strikeout here or something. Single by DeSimone. Allen struck out. Carvalho singled. Littlejohn singled. Toth was hit by a pitch, and Standig with a walk. 1-2 here to Coyne. And Coyne lifts this one out into left field. Williams settles under it. Little Jim tagging. He's got good speed. He's going to score easily. And a sacrifice fly for Jarrett Coyne. And Coyne with his second RBI. The other runner is unable to advance. And the Broncos lead 6-0. 2 away, and Tanner Sheets up there. Tanner 0 for 2 tonight with an 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice fly. Also to Williams. Three in the third, 3 in the fourth for El Dorado. Salva with a move to try to get the runner at second back closer. That's Toth. And Standig over at first. And Toth on the move. This one in the turf. Stolen base. Toth now rounds third aggressively. So Standig, will he get a stolen base? So the Broncos were double stealing there, and they'll get credit for the steal. 1, 2, 3, that 4 stolen bases for El Dorado here tonight. Now Sheets, a base hit, could make this an 8-0 game. A taxing inning for Salva and the pitch, and that's fastball upstairs, ball 1. The pitcher, Salva from St. Thomas Aquinas College. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tanner Sheets. 2 balls? 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch, and boy, Sheets had a good cut there, but fouled it off. So 2-2. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. We'll get it right eventually here. Right-handed batter, Tanner Sheets. And the pitch, and that one dove a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch, Sheets shoots one into left field, a base hit. Toth scores, and Standig on his way home. He will score. Throw down to second, looking to get Sheets, and they got him out at second base, but both runs do score. Their umpire pointing to the plate saying that run scored. So Toth and Standig score a 2 RBI single for Sheets. He is gunned down at second base, and the Broncos score 5 times in the inning. After 4 complete from El Dorado. Broncos 8, Aviators 0. Back in a moment on YouTube. 5 Broncos score in that bottom of the 4th inning, an 8-0 El Dorado lead. Jack Cusinota leads it off for Haysville here in the top of the 5th. First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch grounded out to Little Jim at short. He gloves it, throw over to first on a hop. Able to get DeSimone able to grab it to get Cusinota. So 1 away for the Aviators. And Shea Gutierrez coming up. He's 1 for 2. Gutierrez is, like I said earlier, came into this game batting .405, and he was down 0-2 on that at bat in the 3rd inning, and he was able to get a base hit up the middle on an 0-2 pitch. First pitch to him, hit out into right field, and Toth settles under it and makes the catch. So 2 away, and Nate Stoles will come up. Stoles 1 for 2 tonight. Fly out to left and a single. 4 hits for Haysville so far tonight. And Stoles looks at that slow curve in there for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Avery Reedmiller dealing tonight for El Dorado. The 0-1 pitch is in there. No, it's a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like Connor Peterson going to warm up for the Broncos. 2 balls and a strike here to Stoles. Carter Cross would be next for Haysville. 8-0 Broncos, top of the 5th. And that pitch out of the zone, 3-1. Reedmiller slows down just a bit, gathers himself, see if he can fight back from this 3-1 hole. The 3-1 pitch, and that one bounced well in front of the plate for ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Carter Cross stands in. Cross 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to center field. And see, I got a comment from the Austin Toth fan club. Strike 1 in there to Cross. Thanks for the comment here. You can chat with me on the broadcast too. No balls and a strike to Carter Cross. And fastball a little bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, after those 3 losses in 2 days to Liberal, a much-needed Monday and Tuesday off for El Dorado. And they certainly look fresh here tonight, leading 8-0. 1-1 pitch, and that curveball didn't take. He hit Cross. So for the 3rd inning in a row for Haysville, they've got 2 runners on. In the 3rd inning with 2 away, they got back-to-back singles before a flyout. In the 4th inning, they led off with back-to-back singles before a 6-4-3 double play really diminished the mojo for Haysville in the 4th. And now with 2 away here in the 5th, a walk and a hit by pitch. And the Aviators hope for a 2-out hit here from Darian Williams. Williams 1 for 2 tonight, and he'll look high at 1 at the first offering, 1-0. One ball, no strikes to Darian Williams. And that one misses, 2-0. Darian Williams, a utility player from Benedict college. And Williams hitting just 176 on the season, but he's got a hit here tonight. Here's the 2-0, and he had a good cut there, but he fouled it out of play. So 2 balls and a strike to Williams. Byron Smith waits on deck for Haysville. Two-one pitch. Curveball stayed inside. 3-1. Cusinota grounded out to short. Gutierrez flied out to right, but a walk hit by pitch, and now a 3-1 count here to Williams. And it's low, ball 4. So some self-inflicted wounds here for El Dorado. Nothing has come across yet, but the bases are loaded. Grant Bachura will go out and talk to Avery Reedmiller. Haysville again failed on a 2-out, 2-on opportunity in the third. In the fourth, runners at first and third with 2 outs. Didn't produce anything as Paso grounded out to third, and now here the bases loaded with 2 outs. The Aviators knocking on the door. So Byron Smith, a .269 hitter. 3 runs driven in on the season for Smith, who's DHing here tonight. Slightly open stance, right-handed batter. First pitch to Smith, in there for strike 1. Point Loma Nazarene is where Byron Smith goes to school. No balls and a strike. And the curveball a little bit upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And hello to the Taylors, Kathy Taylor. Taylor Copland, who goes to Manchester University, a Haysville player. Not in the lineup tonight, but grandparents are watching here on our broadcast. So, Kathy, thanks for the email. Nice to hear from you. 2 balls and a strike here to Byron Smith. Big pitch here for Reedmiller. And that one's nowhere close. 3-1. I think last time we saw Reedmiller, he's gone to about 4 innings each time. Here he is into the 5th. He had a manageable pitch count, but it's certainly elevated here in the 5th. Connor Peterson warming up for El Dorado. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that one's in there for strike 2. So the wheels will be in motion here. All the runners will get a head start. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Byron Smith looking to deliver for Haysville. 8-0 El Dorado. Haysville trying to cut into that here. Here's the pitch. Curveball is fisted, just fouled on the third base line. Tanner Sheets gloved it. If that stays fair, I'm not sure where he would have had a play at. He plays a deep third base, just a step or 2 in front of the outfield grass. You can see him there on your screen. Here's a hit to Sheets. He's got it. He'll have to go all the way across the diamond over to DeSimone, who picks it out of the turf. And the Broncos avoid disaster again. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, but they get Smith to ground out on the 3-2 pitch. No runs, no hits, no errors, 3 left. We're halfway through in El Dorado. Broncos 8, Aviators 0. Back with more baseball in a moment here on YouTube. The only Bronco who didn't get up in the fourth inning, in that 5-run fourth inning for El Dorado, is Brady Sargent. He stands in now. He's 1 for 2. Triple back in the second inning, struck out in the third. And the first pitch to Sargent out of the zone, ball 1. Right-handed batter, Brady Sargent. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. And this pitch to Sargent, that's in there for strike 1. 2-1 to Sargent. And Sargent fouls this one off. Had a good cut. Found that just past the El Dorado dugout. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sargent, DeSimone, and Allen. And the 2-2, Sargent able to fight off that pitch for a foul ball. He'll stay in there. Broncos leading 8-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Salva, and Sargent is retired. Daniel DeSimone coming up. Hit a grounder chopper up the middle. Gutierrez able to glove it behind second base, but Daniel beat it out his last time up. And that started the 5-run inning for El Dorado. And the first fastball high, ball 1. Liberal was scheduled to play at Great Bend tonight, but all the rain in Kansas has been kind of west and north. Great Bend's field unplayable, so they'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. Liberal at Great Bend. DeSimone takes a walk. On 5 pitches, and here comes Rick and Melanie's son and sister Colby, who are watching and listening tonight. Connor Allen standing in. Hello to Rick, Melanie, and Colby. First pitch to Allen, fouled off. Strike 1. Connor with a single in the second inning and a strikeout in the fourth. And the pitch to Allen. That one's off of the catcher. That's probably a wild pitch. Pass ball. And DeSimone will stroll down to second base. Connor Allen from Plano, Texas. Goes to Cisco College. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Allen. And he got a good cut there, but fouled it down the first base side, out of play. Connor Allen, 6 hits, 33 at-bats, 2 homers. He's driven in 7. Allen, Sheets, and Solomon all with 7 RBIs on the season. Trailing Brady Sargent at 9 and John Sorensen at 10. 1-2 pitch to Allen. And Connor Allen got under this one, hits it deep to left field to the track, and almost against the wall and caught there by Williams. Tagging is DeSimone. He'll go from second to third. Allen just missed. Almost had his third knock of the season right there. Seems like the balls haven't been carrying that well, but that one did. So here's Pete Carvalho. Singled and scored in the fourth, hit into a double play in the second. He's 1 for 2. And tries to go the other way and shoots it foul. It's a beautiful setting here, looking off. A little bit of sun still shining against the scoreboard. Most of the field in shadow now. Clouds looking good too. No balls, 2 strikes. Not sure you can really pick that up on your stream. Carvalho in an 0-2 hole. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and Salva gets out of trouble. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left after 5 complete. El Dorado 8, Haysville 0. More in a moment here on YouTube. New pitcher for the El Dorado Broncos. And he is Connor Peterson. Hometown of Wichita, goes to Bethany College in the Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference. 6'2", 220, bats right, throws left. Omahin, the first hitter, shoots one past Little Jim into the center field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for the Aviators, and they'll look to go to work again. Campbell Quirk, 0 for 1 with a walk. For Reed Miller tonight, 5 innings pitched. Didn't give up any runs, gave up 4 hits. Four walks, 3 strikeouts for Reed Miller tonight. But overall, you'd have to say that's a pretty quality start tonight from Avery. Worked out of some trouble, especially in that 5th inning. Swing and a miss from Quirk. Peterson has pitched 8 1/3 innings this year for El Dorado, giving up 6 hits coming in, a 3.24 ERA. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike two. No balls and 2 strikes quickly on Quirk. Peterson is 0-1 on the season with 2 saves. And fastball surprised Quirk in there for strike 3. Here's Jake Passo. Peterson's trouble this year has been control. 11 walks, 4 strikeouts coming in. Curveball hit towards DeSimone, just foul on the first base side. So no balls and a strike. Hello to Tate and Josie, cousins of Jarrett Coyne, cheering on the Broncos tonight. Enjoyed meeting them last year. No balls and a strike to Passo, and the pitch, and that one falls in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Getting a lead is Omahin off of first, and that pitch outside for ball 1. Sargent had a notion to throw one down to first, but with an 8-0 lead, no need to probably chance that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside again. And the pitch coming to Passo is hit out into right field. Toth giving chase. Toth into foul territory, makes the catch. Barb and Eric's son, Austin Toth, with a nice running grab into foul territory. He came a long way to do it. So 2 away. And Jack Cusinota comes up. Cusinota is 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out to center and a ground out to short. And the first pitch smothered by Sargent. 1 ball and no strikes. Throw over to first, and Omahin's back in safely. The 1-0 pitch. Laced down the third base line, fair. Into the corner. Carvalho has it. He'll fire it in. It'll be a 2-out double for Cusinota. Runners at second and third, and a really good hitter in Shea Gutierrez coming up. Sixth hit of the night for Haysville. And for the 4th inning in a row, Haysville getting a runner to third base, or the 3rd inning in a row getting a runner to third base. In the 3rd inning, they had first and second with 2 outs. They had bases loaded, 2 outs last inning. A ground out by Smith. Here's Gutierrez into the hole. DeSimone with a glove over to Peterson, who's covering, and they get Gutierrez out. What a play by DeSimone. And they're able to get Gutierrez out at first base. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. El Dorado 8, Haysville 0. Bottom of the 6th inning starts with a swing and a miss by Caleb Littlejim. New pitcher for Haysville is Justin Sosa, right-hander from Benedictine College. Hard thrower, fastballs, 2 in a row and 2 swings and misses. Sosa, this is his 4th game, all in relief. 8 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 19 hits. There's a foul tip off the mask of the catcher. 19 hits, 21 earned runs off of Sosa in 8 innings. That's an ERA of 22.68. 15 walks, 19 hits in 8 innings. Here's the 0-2 in the turf, 1-2. Littlejim, Toth, and Anstandig, the scheduled 3 for El Dorado. Here in the home half of the 6th inning, and that one's right in there for strike 3. Nice pitch by Sosa. And Austin Toth stands in. Austin Toth has scored twice tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Was hit by a pitch, so he has an RBI. He goes hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. And Toth hits one out into right field. Coming in is Quirk, and he'll make the catch on the run for the second out. Good read on that line drive by Quirk. So Jordan Anstandig will stand in. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. And a quick strike. So Sosa has come in throwing strikes for Haysville, just what they were hoping for. Here's the 0-1. Low, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Anstandig turns it over right down to first base, gloved by Passo, and a very quick 1-2-3 inning here in the 6th. Let's go to the 7th inning. El Dorado 8, Haysville 0. Nate Stolz will lead off for Haysville here in the 7th inning. It's been a frustrating night for Haysville. They've had runners in scoring position. They just have not been able to come up with that clutch 2-out hit to at least break through here tonight. Stolz looks at strike 1 from Connor Peterson. 2nd inning of work for Peterson. Gave up a single and a double in the 6th, but was able to get Gutierrez out on a nice play by DeSimone over at first base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stolz, Cross, and Williams coming up for Haysville. And the 1-1. Missing 2-1. Eight, 9, and 0 for El Dorado. 0, 6, and 1 for Haysville. Fastball in there, strike 2. Two pitch. Stayed outside, 3-2. El Dorado scored 3 in the third and 5 in the fourth to lead here 8-0. The 3-2, that's outside, and a leadoff walk to Stoles, his second walk of the night. And that'll bring up Carter Cross. Carter Cross, 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch last time by Reed Miller. I believe the first base coach for Haysville was ejected after the play to end the sixth inning when Gutierrez was called out at first. Close play for sure. 0-1 pitch to Carter Cross. Curveball is in there for strike 2. The 0-2, and Cross reaches out, and that one stung him. And he comes over here to the fence. Certainly didn't get that on the sweet spot and rattled his hand. So Carter Cross trying to walk this one off. Broncos are on the road at Derby tomorrow, and then we're back on the air for the weekend series with Great Bend. When are you pitching? Really? All right. No music on Friday night. Daniel Nelson will be starting here Friday night. I want 6 innings, 8 Ks. A siege. Oh. Daniel Nelson going complete game no-hit action. That would be fun. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch inside, 1-2. Gary, has there ever been a no-hitter in El Dorado Bronco history? 7? 3 combined no-hitters. Oh, really? Work's cut out for you. 1-2 pitch, bounced up the middle. Anstandig ranging over, flips it over to Little Jim for 1, over to first. Double play. What a play by the Broncos. Anstandig flipped it to Little Jim, who had his momentum heading to first, and they get Cross on a 4-6-3 double play. So 2 away, and Darian Williams stands in. Second double play turned tonight by the Broncos. 6-4-3 the first time, 4-6-3 this time. Williams 1 for 2 with a walk. And he's ahead 2-0 here against Connor Peterson. Top of the 7th inning, 8-0 El Dorado. Two-0 pitch, dives low, 3-0. 3-0 pitch from Peterson. That one's guided in there for a strike. Taking all the way was Williams. Three-one pitch from Peterson. Swing and a miss. And we go full. 3-2. Three-two pitch to Williams. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So a leadoff walk doesn't hurt. Double play helped out. And a strikeout of Williams. It's time to stretch in El Dorado. Broncos in control, 8-0. More in a moment here on YouTube. Jared Coyne will lead off for El Dorado here in the bottom of the seventh inning. And Michelle Coyne says we need to send out some early birthday wishes. Although we will be on the air Friday. We could do it again Friday, but Coyne looks at ball one. Josie is turning 7 on Friday. Should be a fun party, I bet, up in northern Michigan. Coyne pops this one up on the infield. Paso in foul territory, settles under it and makes a catch. So that's the first out, and that'll bring up Tanner Sheets. Tanner Sheets tonight, officially 1 for 2. He's got 3 runs driven in. A sacrifice fly in the third, and then a 2 RBI single in the fourth. He was retired trying to stretch it into a double, but got the 2 runs in the fourth inning and looks at strike one. Well, Sosa coming into this game with really ballooned numbers, but has looked really good in an inning and a third so far. Sheets hits one out to center field, and Cross is under it, and he's got the catch for the second out. And that'll bring up the catcher, Brady Sargent. Sargent with a leadoff triple in the second inning, and then back-to-back strikeouts. 1 for 3 for Sargent. And the first pitch in there for strike one. Liberal and Great Bend postponed tonight, playing a doubleheader tomorrow. Dodge City is playing Hayes, and the A's lead the Larks 2-1 in the sixth. So, close game right now, Dodge City and Hayes. Quickly, 0-2. And Sargent shoots one fouled on the third base side. Hayes leading our league, but again, Hayes has only played 8 games. Sargent able to stay alive, fouling off that offering. Liberal, on the other hand, has played 13. Now, with 7 teams, there's always someone with a bye. I'm guessing Liberal hasn't had their bye yet. No balls, 2 strikes to Sargent. And this one's hit out into left field, and that's going to drop for a single and got past Williams. Sargent on his way to second, and probably a single and an error. Single and an error. So Sargent gets to second base on the error out in left field. Williams had a notion of trying to come out and make a catch there. I think he got too close, and we've seen balls hit out in left field that really skip on defenders. And that one skipped right on by, and that allowed Sargent to second base. So Daniel DeSimone with a RBI opportunity. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a run scored. And, well, the catcher really reached out there, but called strike 1 on DeSimone. Daniel's first night with the Broncos here from Cowley College. And 0-2 quickly. Cowley, always a power in the JUCO ranks. Won the Jayhawk, but then in the league tournament, they were undefeated, had to be beaten twice on the final day by Barton County, and that's just what happened. Barton got 2 wins over Cowley to advance to the College World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado. Still a tremendous season for Cowley this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And DeSimone, a little bit behind there, fouled it off. Sargent down at second. 8-0 El Dorado here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch, and not a great swing there, and a good job by Sosa as he retires DeSimone. No runs, a hit, an error, and 1 left. We go to the 8th inning, 8-0 El Dorado. Pitching and catching change for El Dorado. Now pitching for the Broncos is Colton Allemond. And now catching is Tucker Catlett. And the first pitch from Allemond is outside, ball 1. Colton plays here in El Dorado for Butler County Community College. The 1-0 pitch floats outside, 2-0. Alleman just a couple of innings work, an 18.0 ERA. And that's way outside 3-0. He's 0-1 on the season for El Dorado. Byron Smith batting and way ahead at 3-0. And that one bounces in, a 4-pitch walk to Smith. Fourth inning, the fourth time, I should say, that Haysville has had their leadoff batter on. Trevor O'Mahan at the plate and looks at ball one. So 5 in a row out of the zone for Alleman. Alleman against O'Mahan. And the 1-0, that one's in there and shot into right field for a base hit. So the first two are on for Haysville here in the 8th. And Campbell Quirk will stand in. Tucker Catlett behind the plate. He is from Cloud County, 5'10", 180. And a swing and a miss from Quirk on the first offering from Alleman. 8-0 El Dorado here in the top of the 8th. And Quirk will step out of there. Seven hits now for Haysville. El Dorado with 10 tonight. And the pitch grazed off the arm of Quirk, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. Over to third is Byron Smith. O'Mahan to second. Quirk at first. And Jake Passo is up there. 8-0 Broncos, but Haysville with a real threat here. Passo is 0 for 3 tonight. Bounces this one foul. Catlett chasing after it to make sure it's foul. So strike one to Passo. Hayes at Dodge City tonight. They've just had a couple of RBI doubles, and now they lead Dodge City 3-2 in the 6th inning. No balls and a strike. And the pitch shot into left field, and Little Jim got a glove on it. That'll keep him loaded, but the Aviators have cracked through. That'll be an RBI single for Passo. And it's 8-1 El Dorado. And here's Jack Cusinata, who doubled his last time. That was off of Peterson. And the 8th hit now for Haysville. And that first pitch in there for strike one. One for 3 is Cusinata. Broncos play back. They'd like to see if they could turn a double play in the infield. The 0-1 from Alleman, and that one bounces in off of Catlett. That bounces toward the dugout. Catlett's got it, and a wild pitch, and another run scores. That takes a force off. And it's 8-2. And now they want to, did that ball go into the dugout of El Dorado? And I think that's what Haysville's wondering, if maybe they should get another base for the runners out on the base pads. And the umpires deem that they got their one base, and we move on. Still nobody out here. A walk, a single, a hit by pitch, and a single for Haysville here in the 8th. And this one low and got past Catlett. That'll score another one. And it's 8-3. Another wild pitch, I'm guessing there. Two balls and a strike to Cusinata. Outside, ball 3. Action in the Bronco bullpen. Maddox Solomon is warming up down in the pen for El Dorado. The 3-1, and that one not close, and a walk. So runners at first and third. And Grant Bachura, I don't think is going to go any further here, as the first 5 have reached for Haysville against Allemond. Tucker Catlett patting his pitcher on the back, and the Broncos are going to keep with Allemond here. Grant takes a look down at that bullpen as this one starts getting a little more interesting now. 2 walks, a hit batter, an infield single, and a single. 3 are already in for Haysville. Shea Gutierrez, a tough out, and looks at ball 1. 1 for 4 is Gutierrez. A single back in the 3rd inning. And the 1-0. That one's in there for strike 1. Well, Haysville's approach has been take a look at strike 1 and then you really go to work, and that's what they've been doing. 1-1. And the pitch bounced up the middle. Little Jim has it, touches second for 1, over to first for 2. A run scores, but that's 2 big outs for the Broncos. The 3rd double play of the night. Little Jim did a great job of gloving that and still touched second base. Yeah, he did. Cusinata trying to argue his case, but that was pretty clear by Little Jim. And I don't think Gutierrez gets an RBI for hitting into a double play, no. But the Aviators have cut it in half, 8-4 El Dorado. Catlett gets into a catching stance like Tony Pena used to do. He's almost doing the splits down there. I don't know how he reaches outside for those. Gets that right leg out. Pitch inside, 2-0 to Nate Stoles. Stoles 1 for 2 tonight with 2 walks. Been on base 3 times. Three and 0 to Stoles. 3-0 floats in there for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Colton Alleman trying to get out of the 8th and walks Stoles. 3rd walk in a row by Nate. Three walks, 1 hit batter, 1 infield single, but a big double play turned by Little Jim. So it looks like a pinch hitter here for Haysville. Zachary Nagalski will stand in. And he looks at strike 1. He's hitting for Carter Cross. You might remember Cross in his last at bat looked like he hurt his hand on a foul ball and stayed in. He grounded into a double play. And here's Nagalski now. No balls and a strike from Alleman. And that one low, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 8-4 El Dorado. That one way outside. Nice play by Catlett, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, and that bounces well past Catlett. Wild pitch. Catlett getting quite a workout here in this 8th inning. So 3 balls and a strike to Nagalski. That one's low, ball 4. And that will be it for Alleman now as Grant Bachura goes out to the mound. So a rough go here for Colton Alleman. Haysville down 8-4. They've got 2 on, and Darian Williams coming up. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in a moment. Broncos still lead 8-4. New pitcher for El Dorado. Maddox Solomon from Cisco. 6'3", 235, hometown of San Antonio. Maddox Solomon, 3 innings of work so far this year. He's given up 3 runs, a 9.00 ERA. He's got no record, but a save for El Dorado. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. A forgettable inning for Colton Allemond. Gave up 4, and the runners on base are his. Solomon dealing with Darian Williams. Swing and a miss on the fastball, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 9th batter of the inning for Haysville. And hello to Chris Worrell from the Haysville organization. Chris and I have talked many times through the years here on our broadcasts, and always good to have Chris watching and listening and commenting. 2 balls and a strike. Williams tonight is 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. Struck out his last time. Here's the 2-1, and that's inside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. I'm trying to think. The one hit by O'Mahan went out of the infield. Everything else is either in walks, hit by pitch, or an infield single. Mighty rip there by Williams. Challenge fastball, and he missed, and it's full. Runners will get a head start here. 8-4 Broncos, top of the 8th. 4 are in for Haysville. And the 3-2 broke his bat, grounded it to Solomon. He gloves it over to DeSimone, and Williams is out, and the Broncos are out of the inning. 4 runs on 2 hits. 2 are left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. El Dorado 8, Haysville 4. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Haysville's made it interesting here with an 8-4 game, and they bring in one of the real good pitchers in our league, Kyle John. John out of Texas State University. 5 games, all in relief, 7 innings of work. He's given up 4 earned runs, but he has 9 strikeouts in 7 innings. An ERA of 5.14, but boy, just watching him in warm-ups, he really pops that catcher's glove. And here's Connor Allen to lead it off for El Dorado, and he looks high at ball one. John goes from the stretch. Really rears back and has a pretty fluid motion and throws strike one in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch, that's outside, 2-1. Connor Allen tonight is 1 for 3. Singled in the second, struck out and flied out to deep left field. 2-1 pitch, that's high, ball 3. John in 7 innings of work, 0 walks. But he's going 3-1 here with Allen. And there's a challenge fastball and a swing and a miss. And it goes full, 3-2. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So with 1 away, here comes Pete Carvalho. Kudos, to Sosa, Justin Sosa. I mean, the stats I'm looking at, he had a 22 ERA, but he looked terrific, I thought. Didn't give up much, a single. Carvalho laces one down the right field line. It hooks foul. Pete tonight is 1 for 3 with a run scored in the 4th inning. El Dorado with 3 in the 3rd and 5 in the 4th. Haysville with 4 in the 8th. These teams will see each other 3 times next week. Monday at Haysville, next Wednesday here, and next Thursday at Haysville. No, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one fouled off, I think, the catcher's glove. The umpire just checking to see if that didn't go off the mask. A ball and 2 strikes now to Carvalho. The 1-2 from John is lifted out into shallow left field. The shortstop Gutierrez drifts back into shallow left field and makes the catch. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Caleb Littlejim. Battling injury, just able to play tonight, and he's made a difference on the infield. His brother told me he's known more for his leather and not as much with the bat. He has shown off that glove tonight. Been a part of 3 double plays for El Dorado tonight. And he looks at ball 1. The 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss, strike 1. Littlejim is 1 for 2 tonight. He scored twice. Walked and scored in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 4th. Struck out looking in the 6th. And hits this one out into right field. Quirk comes in and makes the catch of the line drive, and a 1-2-3 inning for John. Let's go to the 9th inning. El Dorado 8, Haysville 4. Well, Byron Smith will lead it off here in the 9th as he did in the 8th inning. He led off with a walk and scored one of the 4 Haysville runs in that 8th inning. Maddox Solomon will try to close it out. And first pitch swinging and a foul ball. 0-1. I don't know if Solomon would, if he can close this out, if it would be a save situation. It would not. Solomon backs off the mound. Maddox pitched in high school, did not pitch at Cisco, but is throwing for the Broncos. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. Gary's going to do some refiguring. Solomon came on with 2 on, 1 at the plate. So it would be a safe situation. Here's the 0-2, and right across the chest and just getting out of the way was Smith. Byron Smith, 1 for 3 tonight. Singled in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd in the 5th inning, and then walked and scored in the 8th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch and the fastball past him for strike 3. Always big when you're the team in the lead to get that leadoff batter in the 9th inning. Trevor O'Mahan will come up. O'Mahan had the 1 single that got out of the infield in that 4-run 8th inning. He is 2 for 3 tonight. Inside fastball, ball 1. Solomon winds and deals. The 1-0 is low, ball 2. O'Mahan came in with a 143 average, but he's 2 for 3 tonight. Been on base 3 times. Fouls this one down the right field side. O'Mahan from the University of San Diego. Here's the 2-1, and that one's fouled. Again, behind, and that one drills the car that's parked just behind the first base fence. Risky place to park. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Took something off there, floated outside. Full count to O'Mahan. Campbell Quirk will be next for Haysville. And the 3-2 is on the corner for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Solomon. And he's really extinguished the fire here with inducing a ground out by Williams right back to Maddox, and now back-to-back strikeouts here in the 9th. Campbell Quirk, the last chance for Haysville. 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Fastball outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is slapped foul. Sheets giving it chase, but it's going to get into the Bronco bullpen. One ball and 1 strike here to Campbell Quirk. Eight to 4 El Dorado, top of inning number 9. And the 1-1 stayed upstairs, 2-1. El Dorado and Haysville both 3-7 in league play. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High, ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike and a foul ball, and we'll go full. And this one's hit out into left center field, and that will gap the outfielders. Quirk will go to second. Thought about third, but boy, you don't want to make the final out over at third base. So a 2-out double by Campbell Quirk. And that'll keep things alive here for Haysville. Jake Passo coming up. He's 1 for 4. Run scored and an RBI, and an infield single in the 8th inning to plate a run. Ninth hit of the night for Haysville. 10 for El Dorado. And a swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Jake Passo. Jake from Milwaukee Area Technical College. Oh, 1 pitch is low and away. Ball 1. Ball on a strike here to Passo. Cusinado would be next. Strike 2. And Passo frustrated. Didn't take a whack at that one. That was right down Main Street. So a ball and 2 strikes now to Jake Passo. Runner at second is Quirk. Solomon's got his sign. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Cutlet made the catch of it, and that is strike 3, and the Broncos win it. Solomon strikes out the side in the 9th. Sandwich in there was a 2-out double by Campbell Quirk. And the El Dorado Broncos win this one 8-4, 8-10-0 for El Dorado, 4-9-2 for Haysville. The winning pitcher is Avery Reedmiller. The losing pitcher is Jason Salva. The save goes to Maddox Solomon. Time of tonight's game, 2 hours and 39 minutes. Broncos move to 4-7 in league play. Haysville falls to 3-8. El Dorado is on the road tomorrow at Derby. Our next broadcast will be Friday night, when Great Bend comes to town for the first of a 3-game series. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Great Bend will be here in El Dorado, and I'll have it for you here on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. A lot of fun to bring it to you. Thanks for all the emails and the comments. And we will look forward to talking to you again on Friday. Good luck to the Broncos tomorrow in Derby. 8-4, Broncos win. Kurt Caden bidding you good night from El Dorado.